Now, in a heartfelt address at Harvard University, Vice President Kamala Harris officially conceded the 2024 presidential election to President-elect Donald Trump, urging her supporters to keep the hope alive and continue fighting for the ideals that shaped her campaign. Harris, who called Trump earlier in the day to offer her congratulations, took to the stage at her alma mater in Washington, D.C. before a crowd of devoted Democrats. Now, during her concession speech, Harris acknowledged the disappointment of her loss, but encouraged her supporters to keep fighting. She said, and I quote, "My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve." The U.S. President has released also a shorter statement hailing the Vice President after she delivered her concession speech this afternoon. Biden said, and I quote, "What America saw today was the Kamala Harris I know and deeply admire. She's been a tremendous partner and public servant, full of integrity, courage, and character." Listen in to what Kamala Harris had to say.
But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
And now my colleague Vishal Vivek is joining me for more on this. So Vishal, take us through the highlight of Kamala Harris' speech other than vowing to continue fight against Trump.
So the highlight is that she has gracefully conceded the defeat to Trump, who is said to be the 47th president of the United States. He was the 45th president. We all remember that. So in a graceful speech, she said that she had asked the supporters to, rally behind her and be positive in these times of despair, because the Democratic camp is quite upset with the results, because U.S. pollsters had repeatedly suggested that she was having some kind of lead in the polls, but that is not the case. It was sort of a one-sided victory for Trump, when many poll pundits had suggested that the polls could be extended by a few days because it would be hanging in balance for a few days, but that was not the case. It was decided in a few hours. By India time, about 1 p.m., it was decided. It was decided on the same day in the U.S. So it's been going wrong for the Democratic Party for a while, for the last 1 month now, where the plans had sort of upended. And so what remains to be seen is what Trump will do now. So he has promised certain things in the past that he is expected to do. First of the things that he has said, which is a really strong statement, that he wants to end the Ukraine-Russia war. That will be really difficult to do, but he has repeatedly talked about that. He wants to deport undocumented migrants. That was one of his biggest poll pitches leading up to the victory. And he wants to lower inflation. Inflation has already been handled in the U.S. How he handles himself with inflation, that remains to be seen. So all of these are topics that will be seen in the next 10-15 days, or when he actually comes to power in January, when he's sworn in on January 20th. That is expected to be done.
Absolutely, Vishal. Thank you so much for giving us a brief detail of what is to be expected from Donald Trump's presidency. Thank you so much, Vishal.